Parliament, people debate, people don't dialogue in Parliament. In other words, motions or bills are brought to Parliament. Each member has a limited period of time, either 5 minutes or 10 minutes, to speak to the motion. And once you've spoken, you've exhausted your time. You cannot speak twice. And after a limited period, then there is a vote, yes or no. So it's a very jacket form of interaction. When we're talking about dialogue, people negotiate, people talk. If you don't agree, you adjourn. You continue again tomorrow until an agreement is reached, which is then signed, and then it is then forwarded to Parliament for ratification or legislation. But beyond that, Parliament is just one arm of government. That's the legislature. You have the executive, then you have the judiciary. Under the new constitutional dispensation, the executive is not in Parliament. The executive is out of Parliament. So if you're saying that only Parliament, how does the President go to Parliament or his deputy when he's not a member of Parliament? How does somebody like Raila Odinga, who leads a political party and a major coalition in the country, go to Parliament when he's not a member of Parliament? Political parties are recognized by the Constitution. They are important organs of governance in our country. And that's the reason why the government provides funding for political parties. So Raila Odinga enjoys a local standard because he's a leader of a political party which is funded by the government. So but we are saying that you can only engage and interact outside Parliament. Members of Parliament will be invited to be represented at the meeting. There we will bring also religious leaders to come. The representative of workers will also come. The executive will also be present. Political parties will also be present. That's why we are talking about a national dialogue rather than just a discourse in Parliament. Well, you see, Parliament has a right to set up an inter-parties committee. We call it IPPG. We did one in 1997 to make some minor amendments to the Constitution at that time. But you need to know that it is this very same Parliament that is being used right now to bastardize the Constitution through subsidiary legislation. So because the Parliament has allowed itself to be abused or used to abuse the Constitution, it cannot be relied upon to bring about the kind of changes that we are talking about. Because there, say the minority will have their say, and the majority will have their way. What they call tyranny of numbers is applied in Parliament. In our view, Parliament cannot be an institution that will be used to do the dialogue that we are talking about. We are talking about a national dialogue that embraces all sectors of our society, several stakeholders who will be represented at that dialogue.